intro song just going
I feel so sorry for you.
Yeah, but it's a good song.
I thought you meant Pogo for some reason.
Pogo's good. Anyway,
welcome
That should be enough
everybody
time.
to Krumbis Bumbis and the Burgie Boys. We are the Burgie Boys. All hail Krumbis Bumbis.
Oh, hail.
hail.
How's everyone doing?
Welcome back. I am one of your Burgie Boy hosts. My name is Porchegg. I'm joined today by Cheese Fund and Monkey Mist. Introduce yourself, lads.
He is Cheese Fund.
And he is Monkey of Mist.
Just
he
just complications.
does streams, and he does streams.
Cheese Fund is a lovely, lovely boy who works his ass off, and he also likes cheese. If you couldn't tell,
Yeah,
and
right.
has a lovely
Cheese is okay.
girlfriend.
All right.
And he
Would you like
lives
to
in a
remind
lovely
us?
house.
Oh,
That's what I'm
okay,
joking
what
about.
you gonna give away here? If you like his bank details,
Is
they
security
are
number
ba, ba, ba.
751. See if I actually guessed it real and got your actual security number. I would have been so impressed with myself.
That actually reminds me of something I did in primary school once. I was like in the like nursery, I think, or primary one, like 4 or 5 years old, and I was in like this sort of area we had that had bookshelves and like fake curtains, and I was like supposed to be like a living room, I guess. And there was a phone there, and I like picked up the phone and I typed the number 5938 into the phone, right? And then
Okay.
I shat myself. I was like, oh fuck, oh no, because the number 5938 used to be the code to turn off our alarm when you came into our house. So like when you walked into the house, it'd beep, and then if you didn't press the button and you walked into the room, the alarm would go off.
oh, okay.
So
So you just panicked.
I panicked. I was like, oh my god, everyone's gonna know what the number is, and I like absolutely shat myself and just put the phone down and walked away to the other side of the room and play with some Lego. I was like such like an idiot child to think that, like, first of all, even if someone had seen me typing the number, they wouldn't have known what it was.
So it was when somebody comes across, like, picks up the phone, and is like, who typed in 5938?
I was like, oh god, no, someone's gonna rob our house. It was funny because it was like recently after our, like, because we got burgled when I was young, and it was like a couple of months after that, and so I guess I must have just been like on my toes for thieves and burglary.
Yeah.
Paranoid
It's quite funny.
Parachegg. Paranoid Porchegg.
Yep.
Parachegg. Here we go.
I feel like I'm quite paranoid, especially after watching like a scary movie or something like that. I don't know. I feel like everyone's
Yeah,
out to get me.
I thought I wasn't like that, and then I went through a phase of just listening to like loads of like crime and spooky podcasts, like the No Sleep podcast and stuff, where they tell spooky stories. And I was like, it's fine. I'm a grown ass man. I can listen to whatever I want. And then I was like, okay, well, I can't sleep now, and I
government
feel
tried
like
to
a
get me.
dum-dum.
There's
just like
matches in my closet.
I'm just like, it's stupid things. It's like, oh, okay, so you walk over to turn off the light, and then as soon as the light turns off, you're like, every monster is in my room. my world is ending. Run for the covers.
Oh man, I get that kind of thing when I'm going to lock the back door at night. Like,
Right.
for some reason, whenever, like, 'cause if it's unlocked, that's fair enough, and no one's come in the door in the entire time it's been unlocked from like whenever I came home till nowish. Because I don't lock my doors all the time. Just if I'm in the house and it's daytime, I'll leave them like
Ooh.
unlocked. But then I go to lock them at nighttime, and as soon as I start turning the key, I'm like, oh my god, someone's gonna open the door right now. I need to turn this key as fast as I possibly can before someone opens the door and murders me. And it's like a really sort of
you get
panic
off
moment
just
to...
in time, because I always tried to get the door handle right at the last second.
I have those moments like at least 5 times a day where I'm just like, accept my death. I think we've talked about this like at least twice on the podcast.
We have, yeah.
It's like comes up every time you bring up paranoia. I'm just like, yeah, okay, I just accept my death on like a daily basis.
I think you were actually talking about like being in Edinburgh, accepting your death, going away.
It's just times when you hear people like running behind you, and you're like, all right, goodbye, cruel world.
Yeah.
It's like I always take my hands out my pockets just in case I need to like try wrestle them down or something. Just like somebody
See,
run
I-
up behind, it's like, better take my hands out the pockets.
I
just
do
in
the
case.
opposite. If someone's like running towards me, I put my hands in my pockets to think I'm like ready to grab a knife or a gun and stab and punch the hell out of them. They're like, oh no, I won't mess with that guy. He put his hands in his pockets.
I don't know what he's got in there. Maybe it's a unicorn with blessed bazookas.
I put my hand in my pocket and then like put my 2 fingers and like jot them out the way so it looks like I'm holding something sharp.
Keep your hand in the pocket though. It's like, get back, you! Find out it's just an old man trying to keep fit before he like goes arthritis and stuff.
I just get a
Goes
huge
all
erection and
arthritis.
drop kick myself.
Let me do it for you.
I'm sure that's like I've heard that as like a strategy before for dealing with like if you're being
Just get
harassed
naked.
or just get naked. Like if someone's trying to like mug you or something like that, take all your clothes off.
I'd imagine it would work okay with for a guy, but if you're a girl getting like mugged, do not get naked.
Yeah, probably don't
It's
do that.
probably a very bad call. But yeah, I think I've heard people say that it's just act as crazy as possible, which I think I could definitely pull off before they'd even started interacting with me.
Yeah.
Because for one, I'd probably sit down and start like praying to whatever god I believe in that day, and then step two, I'm gonna like fight or flight, which is either gonna end up with me screaming and running in some random direction, or slap fight, all whilst taking my clothes off.
Just
I don't know.
just slap yourself, and then
We've
you'll
had
be like,
this exact conversation before. I don't want to like end up repeating myself.
okay,
'Cause we've
well,
literally talked about this.
On a slightly different tangent, have you guys ever been so scared of something or somebody that you've ran away from them?
That's actually a surprisingly good question. I laughed at first, but I was like, I don't know.
Because I saw a video on the internet the other day of I think it was a goose or a swan, or no, it was a crane, some big bird at a zoo that had got out of its enclosure, or maybe it was like an open enclosure, and it was just walking down this like pedestrian path, and these people were just like taking steps back as it just continued towards them, and they got closer, and it was like, oh fuck, and they just all sprinted in the distance, and I'm like, what are you supposed to do? Because like you can't punch its property for the zoo and stuff like that. It's animal cruelty, and you don't want to run away because you just look like an idiot, but you have to run away. Like it's gonna attack
Fox
you. Right?
asked me the exact same question earlier this week, and she was like, if a child started assaulting you, would you hit them? And I'm like, that's a really good question, because they're like gonna be smacking you, but you can't punch a child, or can you?
just grab them by the ankles and hold them upside down until they stop,
I feel
or
like
stop breathing.
please don't do
Either or.
that.
Choke them
Bad
out.
advice.
Just put your hands around their neck until they stop breathing and die. That's what you do. No.
Just tell them a really scary story, so when they go home and they try and turn their light off, they'll get really freaked out.
Stop hitting me, or I'm gonna tell you a story.
Oh, I just want to tell you a story. Stop. Once upon a time, there was a man named Slenderman.
Stop it.
He had big long arms and wore a tuxedo.
What you gotta do is tame a goose so that whenever a child starts to attack you, you can set the goose on the child, and then it's not a problem, you know?
I feel like this is like some weird game of rock, paper, scissors, like adult man, goose, child.
I feel like in that situation, adult man loses in all situations. Like, you wouldn't be able to win against a child, you wouldn't be able to win against a goose. You're fucked.
I could win against a goose.
You could punch the goose, I suppose.
Yeah, you could. I would feel bad about punching a goose though. Like I could feel
Nah,
like
I feel
come
worse
on.
about punching a child or the goose.
a child can. I feel worse about punching a child.
There you go then.
But I still,
it's
I
a
still
little bit
wouldn't punch a
less.
goose. Like I feel like I'd run away or leave because I feel like I could do serious damage to a goose.
Well, what would you feel less unhappy about punching? Because then you could use that as the thing to take out the goose.
Wait, you
So
mean
that-
pick up the goose and hit the child with it? Is that your plan?
No. I mean, like, you have the child who's hitting you. You have the goose to hit the child. You have something that you're not that bothered about to go for the goose. So once you're finished with the goose hitting the child, you then
So we
set
need-
that on the goose.
I mean, a third
So that-
creature that I'm
You need
fine
a third
dealing
creature
with.
you're fine with hitting, so you can like then get the goose taken care of. Then you can happily punch that thing to death.
And that's what significant others are for, right? Like girlfriends, boyfriends.
Yeah, exactly. So we need to get Cheese to punch to go for the goose, and then we can beat the Cheese up. It's perfect.
There we go.
Maybe if I had a goose uniform, I could set the goose on the child, get into like the goose costume, and the goose would be like, "Oh, what's up, bro, fellow goose boy?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, quack," and then it'd leave me alone.
There's just like a weird universal like thing that nobody fucks with geese.
Geese are horrible, man. They're vicious. They'll do
They're
damage.
hilarious. I really like them. I think they're great. I think that geese need to keep doing what they're doing. Returning back to that, have you ever ran from something thing though? I really want to dig into that because I'm trying to think. I'm racking my brain. Have you ever been so scared of something that you ran?
Well, I was walking back from university at like 4 a.m. I was working on like a project, and I had it to be done for the next day, and so I was leaving at like 4 a.m. when I
Well,
eventually
there's your
finished
problem.
What?
God, leaving it to the last minute.
I know. Well, make sure you do your homework, Burgie Boys. It's very important.
There you go.
And it was less. I was like sort of sleep deprived, and I'd been watching scary stuff recently, and it wasn't like I saw anything or anyone like looked like threatened to me. I was just like,
It was the light switch effect. It was just like, oh,
I don't like being alone at 3 a.m. I'm just gonna run home, and so I ran like a mile back to my flat. But that wasn't from anybody or anything. That was just.
You know what? You probably terrified like at least 12 people walking home.
Yeah, I'm like
just this
big fridge boy.
Big fridge boy, just running through the streets at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
At 3 in the morning, yeah. Like everyone's like high and drunk and like, holy fuck, what's that? It's mountain.
People just hear 3, 5, 4, 5. I shut myself, so I have to run.
Someone's got like a mirror story of this exact night, but from their perspective.
There was this really big boy, and he ran. He was so loud, I could hear it coming from 5 miles away.
All I heard was, "Oh, I got to do something for tonight. Oh no!" It was his war cry. I was so scared.
So your story of running away from something was you were so scared of your own mind that you.
That's true, yeah. I was terrified of my own mind. I was seeing faces, were in trees. It was like that scene in Home Alone 2 where he's walking through the streets of New York and like all the people on the street are like, "Hey kid, you wanna fucking buy some smokes? You need a hooker, kid? Hey, come over here and do some crack." It was like that.
I can imagine that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
Misty, you ever ran away from something?
Not that I can remember. Maybe when I was younger, but that's well gone. That's at least 20 years ago now. I can't think back that far.
I did run away from my cousin's dog once because it bit me on the knee. Like it took a massive chunk out of my kneecap, and I was really scared of it, so I ran away from that.
Well, that makes sense though.
Yeah, it does. I don't want to be assaulted by the dog.
Yeah.
It was a super chill dog after that. I think it like had a bite of me and it was like, "Nah, you're not tasty. Let's be buds now." And I was like, "Okay, cool."
It's probably just had a moment. It didn't trust you. You gotta work on that trust.
That's true.
Yeah. You know you're supposed to train your dogs to like bite you. Like that's like a thing.
Really?
You're supposed to. I watched this because I watched the guy with a Rottweiler being like, "Here's why it's important to let your dog bite you," and it's basically just you annoy the dog to the state that it wants to bite him, and then when it starts to bite him,
he sets a goose on it.
Set a goose on it. The idea is that you're supposed to. God damn
it. Sorry, go on.
I think the idea is that you're supposed to let them know that, like, the limit of they're allowed to apply pressure, because they need to know that they're allowed to tell you off. Because
Right.
you can't just bully the dog. So they got to learn how to bite you to the extent where they're like, "Hey, I don't like this. Stop." And then you got to be able to learn and go, "Oh, okay. If he doesn't like it, he's gonna apply a little bit of pressure to me." You know what I'm saying?
I see. That's pretty good. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe because like I threw a goose at my cousin's dog and he was like,
"That
"I don't
makes
like
sense.
This."
It all adds up.
Yeah. Just.
I was the child. There was a goose, and then we brought a dog in. It was a 3-man. We were testing out this new game.
Oh shit.
Never quite took off.
Oh god, I don't know. I've got just hilarious images of just throwing geese at dogs.
It's not really affected me as much as it's affected you, sadly.
Oh fuck.
It's called dog goose instead of duck. Leddle.
So you seriously never run away from anything? Jeez.
Not that I can remember. I feel like anything that I've ran away from was my fault. I think the only time that I can remember that's coming to my mind is, two people were camping along like a really popular like walking route up a hill.
Okay.
And we used to always go up there and we'd just walk over that big hill. And they were right on like the walk path thing. So we were like, oh yeah, let's mess with these people in a tent. So we just started throwing procedurally bigger things at their tent. This is when I was much younger. But
Did you throw
I just
goose
started
at
with
the
like
tent?
a little twig, like a pebble, and then we had this one dude just got this big old log and dunked it on their tent, and they started shouting at us, obviously, and then I ran away from that. But that's not like really a fear thing. That's me being a dick. I don't know. Whenever somebody's like, I don't know. I've ran from my light switch to my bed because I spooked myself. Does that count?
I mean, I guess so. That's like.
Whenever somebody's trying to fight me, I've never ran from a fight. But then again, most people who try and fight me are usually drunk out their face, so they make me look like a big macho man. And fighting's bad.
Don't fight. Do your homework. Throw geese at dogs.
There we go.
Shit.
Strong life lessons today. We got the big themes.
Yep, the big three: homework, don't fight, and geese.
Geese. Geese is the big top one, obviously.
Here's what should happen, right? Whenever there's like a school fight or something, every school should have a goose that they
Release
just bring on
the
out.
geese! Just like
Just
pull
like,
a butt.
oh shit!
Pull a little lever.
Just to have like geese patrolling the halls and stuff in lessons so that no one's like bunking off.
There's gotta be like a really heavily trained goose out there somewhere that somebody's just been like, yes, this is my creature of choice. That somebody's like, what is it? Patronus.
Even better is if you put a school right next to like a geese farm, and then just whenever the students are meant to be in class, release the geese, so that they're all wandering around the school, so that nobody gets in or out. That'll
Very
stop
good.
a lot of gun shootings as well. Unless it's the farmer trying to get the geese, then that might increase them. But hey, you can't have everything, you know.
Can't have them all.
Exactly.
I just had the really aggressive urge to find out what everyone's Patronus is live on the podcast.
I don't really know what a Patronus is. I'm not a big
Okay,
nerd
so
like you.
in Harry Potter, there's animals that represent each person. Also, whilst I'm doing this, look up like a BuzzFeed quiz. or
I've
something.
already got one on my screen.
Okay, sweet. So a Patronus is like in the Harry Potter universe. It's like an animal that represents your spirit or something. It's like your animal guardian. There's probably a better description. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
So I'm gonna see if mine's is a goose, because I think a goose resonates with my spirit. Do you have one?
I have
Do you
one,
wanna
yeah.
link it to me?
I'll link it to both of you guys and we can do this
We'll
live
do it
on
all
here.
together. We'll read the questions out, we'll answer them, and we'll find out what each of us are. We'll go through at the same speed.
Also, this will be in the description if you want to follow
Oh, yes.
play along with the podcast. This is our interactive section.
Interactive section, just added it. Let's-
Yay.
Burgie Boys interactive section.
It's so interactive.
All right, question one. That's not a question. It's just pick a spell, and it's got Expelliarmus, Accio, Stupefy, Reducto, Wingardium Leviosa. I know that one. That one. That was the big long one with an S. Protojo, Pure Totem,
Sectum
Locomotor,
Sempra.
and Lumos.
Okay.
What's the? What, do you guys know what these are? I'm not a big Harry Potter
I-
person.
Expelliarmus is the one that you use to get the wand out their hand, I think.
Okay.
I don't know what the spells mean or what they do.
Okay, I'll
but
try and
I
go
can
through them
read
and remember
for you.
them to the best of my ability.
Did you read the books, Liam, when you were younger?
Me?
Yeah.
I can't read.
Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
You need to
Don't
get
need to-
Noah.
don't need to
Noah
keep bringing
teach
it
you.
up.
I think Accio just straight up hurts people. Stupefy makes them all goofy like.
Okay.
Reducto probably gives them a micro penis. Wingardium Leviosa is
No,
like
it's
make things
Wingardium
fly.
Leviosa.
Oh, funny. Sectum Sempra is probably, that sounds like a kill one, doesn't it? That's a very Slytherin sounding one.
That's
Sounds
true,
like
lots of
something to do with
S's.
somebody's anus. Just
Protogo is
sectum, but
that disease that everyone talks about in the Sleepy Cast.
Per totem locomotor.
That probably makes you go really fast like a train.
Probably.
And Lumos makes light.
Yeah, you can tell by Lumos that's a light one.
All right.
Well, that was very
I'm-
fun.
I'm gonna
I'm
go
gonna
with
go
Garden
for
Leviosa because it's the only one I recognise.
I'm gonna go Sectum Sempra because it sounds kind of anal. Like,
I went for Lumos.
what did you alls go for, Burgie Boys? Just say it right now to us.
Say it out loud.
Say
Go
it
tell
out
your
loud.
mum.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Oh, that is
I
a very
think
good
that's
one.
a great
Yeah,
choice.
I like it. Yeah.
Wow, this quiz is very long. We should probably get through these quickly. This is such a long
Yeah,
quiz.
no, we'll just rattle through them. We're not going to explain everything. Right, what's your favorite Hogwarts class? Mine's is Transfiguration.
To be honest, I'm going with that one as well.
Oh, I like astrology. I'm gonna go for that one. Astrology and
It's not-
astronomy,
it's
they're the
not-
same thing, right?
Mm.
I
Who
can
is
feel
your
the
wizard
triggers.
Wizard Witch
My-
Crush. You got
I don't
What you call 'em?
recognize some of these people. I'm gonna go for Hermione Granger's the one true bay, right?
oh, definitely.
I'm going
If
to go
not-
for my heritage and click
Cho
Cho
Chang.
Chang. Because she's got a Scottish accent, okay?
Oh, does she?
Does she?
Okay.
Yeah.
Pick an object. Wow, this is just literally anything. Oh, I
Um,
think if you were to have one of these,
Mhm.
I'd like an invisibility cloak. I think that'd be pretty good.
I'll go for the sorting hack so I can sort my cheese
Do you
for
guys see Hermione's face?
I'll pick a snitch because they get stitched. Oh my god! Describe it. Describe it for the
It's like
listeners at
they've
home.
like chopped out half of her nose. She just looks like a little gremlin. She looks like a little gremlin person.
You know I'm
think,
gonna pick fire whiskey, dude.
think
That's
of
my drink.
think of the Owen Wilson videos, folks. The one where it's like no nose at all and he just goes wow all the time, and the really big mouth. That is what we're seeing right now with Hermione
Oh
Granger.
man, I made the right decision in picking my crush. Man, look at that. That's the kind of face you want to be.
What's your drink of choice, boys?
Mine is fire whiskey as well.
I
Hell
went
yeah.
with butterbeer just because I like.
That
the
sounds
sound of
disgusting. Just
That.
beer and
does
butter.
I
sound
have a
gross.
sweet tooth.
You can buy it at Universal.
Can you?
Yeah.
Did
they
you just
sell it.
like hand you a Terence and like drop?
I don't
dump a
know because
lump
I
of
haven't
butter in
been. Maybe one day we'll do a Burgie remote.
Yeah.
there.
What they do is they give you hot beer and then you just have to get like a stick of butter to stir it with.
What if it was literally just they got a pot of butter and they just heated it up and then poured it in?
Poured alcohol into it though.
That
No,
sounds
just
like,
poured it into a
It has
cup.
to be
and
beer.
You're,
Has to
you're
be
just drinking
beer.
butter.
sounds like a great way to die.
Oh.
If you could hex anyone, would it be hex off? Go hex yourself.
I would
What-
do.
Are these all bad guys?
Yeah, I think so. They look.
Yeah,
bad,
James
bad
Potter
guys.
is the biggest villain of them all.
That's why I'm voting him.
I'm gonna go for Fenrir Greyback because I don't know, because he's the one in
Looks
the
like a
middle.
twat. I'll
'Cause
go
he
for
can't grow a
Dolores
full beard.
Umbridge.
That's right. Yeah.
Pick a superpower, baby.
Oh my god. Time travel every day. Hell yeah.
Yeah, time travel is
Uh,
the best one to go for because if you can travel in time, you can literally travel back and defeat anybody else who's using their power to try killing you.
Why didn't Hermione just? She had like a time turner, right, where she could use it to go back and forward in time. I'm sure that's the thing in one of the films. Why didn't she just go back and murder baby Voldemort?
I think it
because
only
with
goes-
great power comes great responsibility. The famous Harry Potter
I
quote.
forgot. Yeah, she is Spider-Man.
Turns out Hermione is actually Voldemort the whole time.
Dun,
She
dun,
did go
dun.
back, but she actually changed.
Pick a color, baby.
Pink channel colors.
I've checked.
Yellow
I've
channel colors.
technically not picked a color at all because it's black. But
Black
hey.
of color.
Oh, how edgy of you.
Oh.
Pick a professor.
I'm gonna go with the hipster in the middle.
I'm
Who
gonna
looks
go
like
for
she's
Warwick
been
Davis.
smoking her own
Okay.
urine.
I can't go with Hagrid, man. Hagrid's the
Warwick
best.
Davis is my favorite professor. Pick a phone app.
Oh
Text.
my god.
Oh, Misty, you gotta pick Candy Crush. You know it.
And I have to.
It's the only one that works on your stupid phone.
Can't go with Spotify. It's the only one you can get, yeah, on your phone.
Yeah.
For Twitter.
What's your favorite
Man,
magic
this is a
shop?
long quiz.
Eh.
Oh wait, no, we're like one from the end.
Oh yeah, this is the
Oh,
last one.
I'm going for the leaky cauldron.
Uh,
Sounds so
What's your
funny.
favorite magic shop? Dad, this is too deep for me. I don't know any of these.
Madam Puddyfoot.
Shit.
I like the name Puddyfoot, so I'm gonna go with that one.
I'm gonna go for the
Oh
hog
my
head, so-
god.
I got a duel.
All right. You got a doe? Which
Yeah.
egg you?
I got a
you
swan,
gonna-
which is probably the closest thing to goose that.
Yes!
We did it!
We did it.
You know what the best thing is,
Oh,
Project?
that's great.
If
Yeah?
somebody punches your Patronus, then the Queen will get on their ass. So you're set for a lifetime.
Hell yeah, man.
I got a cat. You're a brilliant person with a sarcastic flair, and you enjoy a quiet life. You believe in equality and discourage special treatment, which makes you morally good and trustworthy. Your Patronus takes the form of a cat, the same as Minerva McGonagall. Now please continue to annoy the hell out of Umbridge. It's such an enjoyable experience.
Wow. That was a great voice. I loved
Thank
every
you.
second of it.
It's my ASMR voice.
I got the same one as Cho Chang, apparently. The Scottish woman of your heritage. She's.
Huh?
Oh,
She also has a swan. That's cool, I guess.
Ah.
very good.
I had Severus Snape
Oh.
because
he's a
apparently
bad
I
guy.
have you had a dark side to you that people too often remember. Brilliant grammar. Straight up. But deep down, you're actually a courageous, loving person. You like to wear the color black and have no problem telling it like it is. So, your Patronus takes the form of a doe, like Severus Snape, which mirrors his love for Lily Evans, whoever the fuck that is. After all this time, always.
Very good.
Oh, man. I'm so
Well,
glad we
that
know
was
what our
fun.
Patronuses. Patronuses?
Yeah,
are.
I'm gonna make sure to tell everyone.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I had a dark side and I don't have it now. And
Make sure,
to that people too often remember, you know?
Too often, make sure you guys tweet at Krumbis Bumbis with what your Patronus was. I would be very interested to know.
You know how you said, "Oh, it's as close to a goose as it can be." It's the swan.
Yeah.
Do you know? Right. So pigeons and doves are pretty much the same thing, right?
Sure.
Like they're actually just the same bird.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not a. What's the study of birds? Hold on. Let's just,
Ornithologist.
I'm not a big ornithologist.
Is that true?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. You're right enough.
Yeah, you're right. Holy crap! Oh, round of applause.
The word master.
Round of applause.
The word master.
Suddenly you get a job and you're just this big smart boy.
I'm just a big fucking ornithologist. It's because I know the difference between pigeons and doves.
And that there is no difference, according to
And
you.
there is no difference. I know this because I was listening to something recently where they were talking about this, that they're the same thing, and then they just basically started reading off things like quotes that involve doves. So I'm just gonna quickly look up quotes that involve doves, and then they changed it to pigeons, and it's my favorite thing ever. So the big example they brought up was calling dove soap pigeon soap, which I immediately won me over.
Oh, that's great.
There's like quotes in the Bible. I'm trying to find that. I've always found the baptism of Jesus with a pigeon descending and a voice from heaven. One of the great moments in the Jesus story. This is where Jesus hears a deep call from God. Oh, there we go. I can't actually find any good quotes, so I feel like I've butchered this early, but this was my top.
I found an image online that has dove versus pigeon, 4 key differences, and then it's got a picture of a dove, a picture of a pigeon, and then just lines pointing to the things on them: wing, beak, tail, foot. Like, great. Now I know.
Good. Dove is white. Pigeon comes in many forms of grey.
Oh god.
See the person who posted that image?
Yeah.
They're an ornithologist.
Wow.
Brilliant.
There we go. That was that was my topic. Also, pigeons can produce milk. Did you know
What? Why aren't we having pigeon milk on our?
Because it's stored
Cereal.
down their throats.
Oh.
So they have to like vomit it up.
Oh, the baby pigeons, I guess, stick their head down the mum's throat like that. And also the males can produce milk as well.
Crop
I
milk.
thought that was when they were like digesting the food and they have to like up for the baby birds to eat.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
the
I thought they
usual
were
thing,
doing.
but apparently pigeons have adapted to
Crop milk is a secretion from the lining of the crop of parent birds that is regurgitated to young birds. It is found among all pigeons and doves, where it is referred to as pigeon milk. An analogue to crop milk is also secreted from the esophagus of flamingos and some penguins. Wow,
There we go.
that's disgusting.
It's pretty gross. Oh dear. I hope there wasn't an image to accompany that. I feel like I might have ruined your day.
Why is it called milk?
I don't know. Apparently it takes a much more cheesy consistency.
Nice. Man, that's got to be like a
Chunderman.
delicacy somewhere, right? You know, you go in for like a crocodile burger with pigeon milk cheese on top
Oh
of it.
no. Oh,
Man,
yeah,
pigeon
yeah.
cheese is like one of the most horrible things I think I've ever said.
I like pigeons. I think they're pretty cool.
Pigeons are cool, but pigeon cheese is just... I don't want to ever think about that word again, please.
What, pigeon cheese? What word did you not think about again, Project?
I'm
Pigeon
dead.
cheese, was it?
I'm dead. I'm
Do you
thinking
want-
about my geese.
So what you all been up to since we last spoke? I don't think we really got there, did we?
No.
Mostly
just-
coursework for me.
Massive tangent.
Boo,
I
boring.
know.
Yawn, yawn, yawn,
It's
yawn,
almost,
yawn.
almost as boring as a fucking job, eh? What a boring.
Oh, my
ass.
job's exciting. Bye.
You said you're heading down to England. Is that something you can reveal to us, or is that, you know, are you...
England, I'm coming.
Are you-
I'm coming again.
Can you not-
I'm on
can
my
you not
way
say?
right now. I can tell you that I'm going to England.
But you can't tell them what you're doing in England. Is that right?
I'm looking at shops down in England.
So your job is sent you on a shopping spree to England.
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that what I'm to believe?
Yes.
Man, I want
You're gonna
your
buy
job,
it.
please.
I'm gonna buy you a new hat. That's my mission
Oh, hell
from
yeah.
Jobman Jones. He said, "Hey, go down there, buy Porching a new hat." No, I've got to look at shops. I do branding for shops sometimes, and also other things. I'm going to make a pretty sign, a few pretty signs for a pretty shop.
Are you,
Good.
are you sure you're not like being hired by someone who just feels really sorry for you? Like, you couldn't get a job, guys. Let's just give him. Let's look. We
Isn't
don't,
that
we don't
what
have
all
any.
jobs
we don't,
are,
we don't
though?
have anything for him to do. We'll just give him like 20 quid, and we'll send him like down to England for a couple of days, and that'll get him out of our hair, and he can just buy some shit. All right? That'll be fine.
What do
okay?
you? What do you think a job interview is, Porching? You just gotta go in and give them like a Britain's Got Talent sob story.
Yeah. A pigeon ate my gran. A geese killed my father. Please.
You just
All
go
I
in,
want
you
to do
go,
is win.
"Hey, did you know that pigeons secrete milk?" And they're like, what?" And you're like, "Yeah, it's like it takes more a cheesy consistency," and you read them some pigeon facts, and then they just go, "Okay, you're hired."
Man, if you're ever doing job interviews again in the future, Liam, you got penguin facts and pigeon facts now. You'll be so set.
I'm just, I'm the ornithologist Burgie Boy today. You know what I'm saying? It's the word that I've just figured out I know. And I'm gonna never let anyone live it down. I know like 2 facts.
The question is a penguin actually a bird? Or is it not classed as something else?
Is a penguin a bird?
Because they're flightless birds, or maybe something other than that. You know, how can you really call it a bird if it can't fly? Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
They're classified as birds in zoological terms.
But it's
Okay.
if they can't fly, they can't be a bird. That's my reasoning.
If she not got 2 long legs, she ain't a bird.
Chickens can't fly. Are they birds?
They can hover a little bit.
Like Geodude.
Like hovercraft.
Yeah, like, oh god.
I mean, if you grab a chicken and then jump
Like,
off a
oh,
tower by
Wow, look
holding
at
the
that
chicken.
bird.
You can strap 2 chickens to the bottom of your feet and just hover and glide across the ground. It's a great way to get around. That's how farmers have been doing it for centuries.
That's
Just
what you were gonna say. That's how far technology's come.
Just a farmer getting around in his farm, swinging a goose around his head, throwing it at children. That's the world I want to live in.
Oh god. No.
Yeah, chickens can like flap a little bit to get up to higher heights than like just a standard jump, but
Yeah.
they can't
But
fly.
penguins
properly.
can't fly at all.
Okay,
like
this
that.
is getting to. Nah, come on. We're not gonna debate. We're not gonna debate what birds are birds. They're definitely birds.
Yeah,
How was
I
your
know,
fucking
but-
week? What did you just get up to?
If you guys think penguins are birds, please tweet at Krumbis Bumbis and let us know.
If you think that there's something other than birds in it, or they're just getting the whole bird thing so that they can get a little bit of extra benefits, then also tweet us that.
And also let us know what you think they are if they're not birds. That I actually
Yeah.
would be interested in. What could you classify it as if it wasn't a bird?
And what bird is your Patronus?
Well, yeah, also that. I went to the only really thing of importance I think I did. I went to the cinema. This one stuff. I had an MRI scan, which I've never had
spooky.
before. Wait, I got it out of my jaw because whenever I open and close my jaw, it cracks, which is the ongoing story of my life for the past like half
I
year.
thought you had to wait like 3 months or something like that for that thing.
It's been 3 months since we last spoke. No, it hasn't. But yeah, it was I don't know. They must have found space for me or something like that. I don't know whether it took longer or less time, but yeah, I went for the MRI scan, and because they took it off my jaw, and also because I have metal pins in my ankle from when I broke it, I couldn't like go all the way into the machine, so they just sort of stuck my head in it.
Okay.
And they gave like, have you guys ever had an MRI scan before?
I've not had one, but
no.
I've actually done MRI scans before.
Okay, so like you basically get strapped into this sort of like on this like conveyor belt, or not like a conveyor, but like a bed that slides into a big tube. And my head.
Oh my god, they played the music to you. What did they play?
Okay, so
The most important question, I'm sorry. I know this is a super serious topic, but what music did they play?
they had outside on the wall a big list of
Oh my God,
like
this
different
is great.
they had like genres, bands, and then like solo artists. And in genres they had like classical, smooth, easy listening, 80s, 90s, 70s, jazz, funk, and I was like, they didn't have any dubstep or heavy metal, which I was kind of disappointed about. I wanted to listen to some of that. I thought it would been pretty good.
Or just sitting in an MRI tube like.
Well, to be fair, that's what it sounded like. MRI machine was so loud, it was like.
Oh really?
It was like, it was insane.
It's pretty much metal music.
Exactly.
Am I right?
I said she asked me if I wanted to listen to music, and I was like, sure. And she was like, what do you want to listen to? And I was like, I don't care, just put something on. And she's like, and I was like, you pick. And she was like, okay. And so she put on Stereophonics, which is pretty good, I guess. Stereophonics not bad.
Yeah, pretty good if you're from fucking Wales.
Or Stereophonics from Wales?
I think so. I don't know.
Are
I just know
Stereophonics
people in
from
Wales
Wales?
really like Stereophonics. It's probably a really big generalization, especially seeing as when did Stereophonics last make a song?
I don't know.
I don't even-
2005, 2003. Those are the famous ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Welsh. They're Welsh.
Fucking
But she chucked that on, and I was fine with that. But I couldn't really hear it anyway because the machine was so loud.
oh, they didn't give you noise cancelling headphones.
I mean, I don't think they would have helped much because it was like vibrating all around me as well. So it was
Oh my god.
into my skull. I don't know. My head was strapped in, so it couldn't move too much. And they gave me like a
So you can look to see if you were actually on a spaceship getting launched to a different planet.
man. That would be great if I woke up on Mars.
What if you're there right now?
Oh my god. I haven't actually seen a goose in a few days. Goose can't survive on Mars, so that's probably why. Yeah, you might be right.
I'm just gonna continuously interrupt you. I'm really sorry.
No, it's
my
fine.
my brain is wandering so hard. Go on.
They gave me like this thing to put into my mouth to keep it open, so that they could get a scan of my jaw, and then they said they would do that, and then they'd have to do the scan again with my jaw shut. The thing they gave me, by
Okay.
the way, wasn't like it didn't seem like a specified instrument just for the purpose of putting in your mouth to keep your jaw open. It was like the end of a syringe. Like a not like it was like the plastic bit that you push fluid through. It's like, I don't know, it's weird. It looked clean, I guess, but it was the end of the shift, and maybe they just ran out of stuff, and they're like, just give him that, he won't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So anyway, I had that in my mouth, and it was fine for the first 5 minutes, but I was in this thing for like 20 minutes with my mouth open, and it was so painful by the end of it. If you ever held your mouth
Listen
open
to
for 20 minutes, listen to the stereophonics and loud like machine noises with a big magnet swirling around my head. And obviously then I took it out, and then there was another 20 minutes or so with
Oh my god.
thing.
40 minutes just stuck in a tube.
the thing
listening
is,
to
before I went in,
Stereophonics.
before I went in, she was like, "Oh, don't worry, it'll only take about 15 minutes." And I was like, oh, "Okay, that seems fair." But she must have meant 15 minutes each, jaw open and jaw shut. So
Okay.
it was terrible. It wasn't a very fun experience, but I mean, it wasn't.
Does sound
wasn't
like
terrible.
a
It wasn't
new
bad as I thought it would be.
form of hell.
It was like
I get so bored as well. Like I'm like the most fidgety person on the planet. Like to the extent when fidget spinners came out, I was resisting buying one. Like I'm really bad. Like if I take Gail down to the train station, she's waiting for a train. I just walk in circles around her to the extent that like she hates it. So she'll end up like stopping me. I don't even realize that I'm doing anything wrong. I'm just a big fidget spinner.
See, Gail actually stands in the same place in the train station every day, and if you go to the train station, you can see a circle on the ground of where Liam's been walking every single day.
Just a single pillar of the floor still standing in the middle of a circular moat around.
It says Gail spot on the floor.
Gail was here. Lots of like little dashes with as if it's been like counted up. As if she's in prison, imprisoned on that pillar.
Do you have any top-notch coursework stories that you want to tell us?
Unfortunately, my coursework's very boring at the moment for anybody who may be interested in.
You heard it here first, everybody. University is boring. Don't go.
Yeah, pretty much. If you enjoy something, just Google it and do it
Raise
yourself.
geese instead.
Don't tell people. Like, come on.
Just go raise a
Uni
goose.
is a great place to learn social skills.
Uni is a great place to meet people and make some friendships and get pissed out your nut. Learning, maybe not so much. Just saying. That's just my opinion, though. Well, the problem is you have to have a fucking degree to get a job in specific things, which is the issue.
Yeah.
Whereas, really, you could probably do a better job just like learning it yourself over the time that you wanted to learn it.
If you like to learn, you'll love university.
You could buy a goose for £25.
Yeah.
Like a
live goose.
You want to get
Well,
when we
only
buy
at
the office,
university.
we'll have a goose.
Yeah, we'll have our own goose. Great idea.
Guys.
Hmm?
I don't. Wait, do you
Oh,
hear
yeah.
something?
On the horizon, in the distance,
On the
coming
horizon.
closer.
Oh,
It's coming in.
is it?
It's Hermione Granger,
Oh.
Spider-Man.
Oh
She's
my
delivering
god.
news.
Trump! It's time for Trump's tweets. It's time for Trump's. It's Trump's tweets. It's time for Trump's tweets, everybody.
I
Been a
think-
while.
It's been a while.
I think
You've
we
been
actually
missing out.
forgot that last time, by the way, because I don't remember getting a tweet up the last one.
We probably did. Also, I have been on a crap phone, and I've hated interacting with my phone for like the past month. It's like something that you take so for granted, but having a phone that functions at a reasonable speed is something very nice.
Oh, yeah,
You will understand, Misty, because you have a Windows phone.
Very
Yeah.
quickly,
But
before we get on to Trump tweets, you got a new phone. What phone did you get, Liam?
I got a Huawei.
A Huey.
There's some
A
consonants missing there.
I call it the Huawei. Huawei, man. It's the Huawei P10 Lite, and it's like pretty much like a rip-off iPhone. It's like really good and nice, and it doesn't operate at the speed of fire, so I love it.
Good.
Yeah.
It has a fingerprint scanner too. It's the first
Oh,
time
nice.
I've
That's good.
experienced one of those. Unlock it with my fingy.
The only problem is when you try to like get your phone out and the goose rips your thumb off, then you won't be
Well,
able
the
to
thing is, you got to set it
unlock
up at first, and I thought it'd be really funny just to use the tip of my winky, so I have to like pull my wiener
I wa-
out every time I want to.
I wonder how detailed the fingerprint scanner on. I wonder if you could actually do that, or like you could just like lick it to like set the sensor up to recognize your tongue. So everyone.
The thing is, you put the print on it, and then it asks you for like a side print, and then another side print, and then the tip of your finger, and then back a bit.
Right.
So like when you've got your winky out, you have to get it big and hard, and then you
I'm sorry, I can't unlock my phone at the moment.
I don't know.
to side, up, down, and then when you get your phone out, you just give it a light tap on the tip.
Oh, I find that absolutely hilarious. The fact that you have to have a hard on to get your phone open. Imagine trying to fucking phone that for the police when you're about to get raped or something like that. It's like, oh no, I can't get a hard on and I can't phone the police. Ah.
That is truly a predicament.
Yeah.
What if you're in that situation and then you're like, oh, I can't unlock the phone, I can't get hard enough, and the guy just comes over and goes, don't worry mate, I got it. Boop, unlocks your phone with the tip of his wiener, and you fall in love, and that's how you meet your husband.
Because he has the same wiener imprint as you.
Yeah.
You met your wiener soulmate. It was St. Patrick's Day the other day.
Yeah.
Did you guys do anything special for St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah.
Did you have a Guinness? Did you eat a leprechaun? What else can I insult Ireland?
You need a potato.
Did you eat a potato?
I had some beer, and then I got a text from Domino's saying order a pizza, and then I said no Domino's.
And then you ordered.
And
a
they're like,
pizza,
oh, okay, sorry. Cheese.
Then I ordered a pizza the next day, and then I got birthday cake ice cream with it, because it was Queen Latifah's birthday. Represent. Go Queen Latifah. Keep doing you. Happy birthday to you, Queen Latifah.
You ordered a pizza from Domino's.
Uh-huh.
And they gave you an ice cream birthday cake because it was.
Well, they didn't give it to me. I bought
You
it.
bought an ice cream birthday cake because it was Queen Latifah's birthday. What? These are
Yeah.
Queer Latina.
These are three very separated things. Like ice cream birthday cake, okay. Pizza, fine. Queen
What
Latifah.
do you mean?
Why are they connected in any way?
I don't understand. Like, do you not celebrate Queen Latifah's birthday the day after St. Patrick's Day? What, are you kidding me? This is like a thing that everyone does. Like, I was surprised that you asked about St. Patrick's Day and not Queen Latifah's birthday.
Of course, how could I be so ridiculous?
I wonder if Domino's is actually doing some sort of like little ploy where we go, oh, but it's Blah's birthday today. How about you get yourself some birthday ice cream cake?
No, you know what it is.
It's
It's
like
the
a
I know
random
this is dating
celebrity.
this is dating the podcast a bit, but come on, you guys tell me you don't celebrate Queen Latifah's birthday.
They must have just had leftover stock from St. Patrick's Day and decided to like whose celebrity's birthday is it that we can like hook this all the stock.
It's
off
not
on?
St. Patrick's birthday. It's celebrating they got the snakes out of Ireland.
No. After St. Patrick's Day, they're like, okay, we didn't sell all the ice cream cake. It's the 18th of March. How are we gonna
Okay.
get
Happy
rid of all this stock?
birthday!
Oh yeah, it's Queen Latifah's birthday. Someone says from the back of the store, and then giggles and runs away.
You mean everyone says because everyone celebrates it? It's a public holiday.
Who even is Queen Latifah? Can I get some? I don't know who
What
she
the?
is.
Can you just get out of here right now?
I recognize the name. I don't know what does she do?
The day after her birthday, and you're disrespecting.
She's
Queen Latifah.
Where is she? She's obviously royal with the name Queen.
Yes.
What country is she the queen of?
She is
Ireland.
the queen of.
Well, okay, that makes perfect sense. I'm sorry. I
Exactly,
didn't
there
know.
you go.
Oh my god.
Queen Latifah is an American rapper, songwriter, singer, actress, and producer.
Thank you.
Don't you remember
Wikipedia.
that taxi film where she drives a taxi?
It's called Taxi.
Is it actually called Taxi? I can't remember.
Yes.
I was like,
Of course it's called Taxi.
I was thinking it was something more witty than that. No, maybe not.
Queen Latifah gets straight to the point, and that's why we should celebrate her birthday every year.
She's
What-
like the weather reporter guy from Family Guy. It's like, oh, what's it like outside? It's raining, and that's it. But it's Queen Latifah, straight to the point.
What? Okay,
Taxi!
so on St. Patrick's Day, you have Guinness, you wear some green, you go to a pub.
Mm-hmm.
At Christmas, you give presents, you know
Yes.
sit on Santa's lap, you eat Rudolph.
Uh-huh.
What do you do on Queen Latifah's birthday day?
Okay, let me get
Like the
around to this,
itinerary.
because
You wake up in
clearly
the morning.
You
18th of March, bam.
Slow this down. Slow this down.
Slow us down. It's the okay.
Slow this
Is there like a
down.
day
You're
of
getting
preparation?
a bit too ahead of yourself. Okay, clearly during your MRI scan, they launched you to space, and you have no idea of our earthly ties.
You're right. Yeah.
Because Queen Latifah's birthday is a big a holiday as any. So, first thing you got wrong. You said when you get up in the morning, what's the first thing you do?
Right.
Well, first thing you do is you don't get up in the morning on Queen Latifah's birthday.
You don't sleep the
get
night before, so
down.
you get as much of the day as you possibly
No,
can.
you stay in bed as long as possible, and you watch Taxi as many times as you can. So you're just lying there in bed, Taxi playing, okay?
You don't get
Wait
up,
till about-
you get down. With
Exactly.
Queen Latifah.
Misty gets it because he celebrates our Our queen.
Queen, yeah. Not the fake queen.
not that fake queen that eats crumpets, the real queen. So between the hours of 3 and 5, feel free to order yourself a pizza. Okay.
Okay.
Feel free to prep the cake. If you don't have cake, luckily for you, Domino's, one of the many pizza delivery services, has birthday cake ice cream. You order it in, you eat the pizza, you watch Taxi, you eat the ice cream, you watch Taxi. Happy birthday, Queen Latifah. If you want to come on the show, we'd happily have you next year on your birthday.
I had never heard of Taxi before. I tried to find it, and I found 2 other films with Taxi in the title.
One's French.
Yes,
It's a really good film.
It's involved with Luc Besson, the guy who made it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And then I thought you might have been talking about Taxi Driver, but no, you weren't talking about that. You were talking about the 2004 10% on Rotten Tomatoes film, Taxi, starring Robert Ben Garant, Thomas Lennon, Jim Coof are the 3 names listed immediately, and I guess Queen Latifah as well. Oh yeah, there we go, Queen Latifah. Yeah. It's based on the Luc Besson one.
Yeah.
Wow. 10%.
10% out of 10%. It's like stars.
Exactly.
She uses percentage symbols instead of stars. It's very progressive. It's a very progressive rating system. 10% out of 10% is the highest possible score. What do you mean? Famous YouTuber Jimmy Fallon is in this movie.
Oh, shit. Man, I feel like I really have to watch this now.
Oh, you do?
Well,
that's another
next
film
year,
to your list.
Come round on Queen Latifah's birthday. We can stay in bed all day and we'll watch it.
That's an order pizza and ice cream cake.
It's going to be a good one, trust me. Speaking of people who are YouTube famous, we should probably read some of those El Comentos.
I agree.
So I'm gonna get them up right now because we posted an animation.
Oh, we did,
Jeff,
of course. Yeah.
Our good friend Jeff Sumscrubs Jeff posted, and Jeff Sumscrubs Jeff has on the fly been asking me for some more audio files. You know what I'm saying?
Potential for a part 2. If you haven't seen the animation yet, by the way, the link will be in the description, probably near the top. Definitely check it out. It's very funny. It's very good.
It'll probably be in the post roll as well for the whole podcast. Yeah. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can click that thing. If you're not, leave us an iTunes review. You fucking dicks. You got any iTunes reviews
I'm
yet
pulling
for
up
Jay?
now. I don't think so. I'm going to be very disappointed yet again. Every day when we finish recording a podcast, we record a podcast every day, by the way. And every day I cry because there's no iTunes reviews. Please, help a Burgie boy out. Leave an iTunes review.
With just one iTunes review, you can help this poor Burgie boy out in South Africa to be able to actually smile for once and read a helpful comment back.
Also, find Queen Latifah's Twitter and spam her aggressively until she comes on the show. Thank you. Comments. Cheese's kryptonite is bunk beds confirmed, says Linkayo.
I don't remember that conversation. I don't remember half the conversations we have.
It's about me jumping off a bunk bed and splitting my neck open, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty much the whole basis of last podcast.
He says, and also I agree with Captain America Civil War, because Cap can do no wrong. Not just saying this because Cap's parents were poor Irish people that moved to New York. Definitely not. BB out. That's what Linky said. Listening to this podcast at night while driving isn't a good idea, or it's the best idea. Not sure yet. We'll report with my results. Also, please post my animation. This was obviously from.
That's actually the last we heard of him, so he probably didn't make it.
It says also, P.S. I crashed into a truck going 80 miles an hour. I'm dead.
Oh no, Jeff.
It says also, P.S. YouTube Autoplay decided that My Little Pony fan animation was the next best thing to play after finishing this podcast, and then he posted loads of burger emojis.
Nice.
There we go. That's all the comments from season 2 episode 11. Somebody want to take the animated?
I've got the animated up right now.
Do it.
I do see how it says 5 comments though, but I can only see 3 at the moment, so I think
one was probably held for review.
Yeah, you have a look at that. We've got one from Emerald Nico Demon saying, this is fracking brilliant, awesome work, Jeff. And then Flux saying, this is actually fucking amazing. Holy shit, the animations are so on point. Really brings out the dialogue. And Jeff saying, totally digging the love this is getting, and a little heart. So we're gonna leave a little bit of love for Jeff there as well.
Did you see the one that Linky left, or can you not see that one?
I can't see the one at Linky left. No.
He says, "My dude, Jeff, you fucking killed it. Great job." And then Jeff replied with a little cheeky teaser saying, "Thank you. More to come."
Ooh.
If you have any ideas or anything that you want to make and send to us,
As long as
Do
it's not
it.
made out of your pubic hair.
I mean, I'd accept
Well,
that.
Yeah. Well.
we
poor
have a
check,
Twitter. We have a Twitter. It's at Krumbis Bumbis. We have an email address which is krumbisbumbis@gmail.com if you ever want to inquire about sending us things or to upload like animated. Also, we're on Discord. You probably anybody listening to this probably already knows we're there.
Also, we're on
Leave it-
iTunes. Leave a fucking review.
Fucking on iTunes.
All I want is a review so I can feel validated.
More people will find the podcast if you leave a review on iTunes. YouTube is dead. YouTube is dead. Everybody scream. YouTube is dead. But yeah, well, anyway, either way, if you made it this far into the podcast, we appreciate you for listening this far into the podcast. Thank you. Thank you for all your comments and love. Thank you for buying our t-shirts so we can keep the podcast up.
And also
And-
remember, don't fight. Do your homework and throw geese at dogs and children. I will see you next time. Crawl back into your sleeping bag, scaredy for a week-long coma. Goodbye, Burgie Boys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Kissy.
Bye-bye.
Mm.